And now with your ultimate guide to help choose your career path, Miss Marwa Shawqi. Growing up, I was told to choose a career that will make me happy in life instead of one that will make me money. Although I don't disagree with this career path, I think it needs to be said with caution, especially if you're a creative type, like myself. You have to look at the bigger picture when you choose your career path. One thing I've learned as an adult is no one can teach you to be creative. If you're a painter, you're a painter. If you're a football player, you're a football player. Taking classes to better your craft is always a good idea, but you don't need to major in something to validate your creativity. You need to major in something that's going to benefit you down the long run. For instance, if you want to start your own photography business, don't major in photography. Instead, you should choose a business major focusing on the studies with either a minor in photography or just photography classes. Why is this a better idea than picking the photography major? Well, this doesn't limit you. And now, there are a number of questions that you have to ask yourself in order to decide which career path is best to take. These are not one-word questions, and they do require some critical thinking, so don't rush the answers. Instead, take your time to mull over the answers before you choose your career path. Question number 1. What's your favorite subject at school? The thing you enjoy going to the most is something that you should consider as a career path. Even if you don't like school, there has to be a class, other than lunch and the playground, that you at least tolerate more than the others. Possibly you only like the socializing, and you should consider a job around customer service or something interacting with people. Question number 2. What's your least favorite subject at school? Maybe you like the actual schoolwork, but you don't like school because of the people. Or maybe there's a class that you struggle in, no matter how much studying you do. Looking critically at this can help you choose a career path. We don't want people who hate science trying to be a doctor. And now comes question number 3. Do you like regularly attending school? Maybe you really like certain classes, but you can't bring yourself to study or read the books. There are other options besides attending a university that you can consider that work like school, but are more of a hands-on approach. This is one of my favorite questions. We like to consider the income when we look at our career path, but you need to also consider what will make you feel happy. No one wants to feel depressed every morning before going into the office just for some cash. Could you see this as an obtainable career in 5 to 10 years? Well, we are known as the instant gratification generation. We like things to come to us quickly, not without effort, but we want the effort to pay off soon. It's great if you have this dream job, but you have also to consider how long it will take to get there, and if you're okay with waiting, that's important. Now this takes us to another important question. What does the career path look like for other successful people in your field of choice? This is where you may need to do a Google search. Research successful people in your career and see what their career path looked like. This is a time when LinkedIn can be really useful. You won't have to copy their path, but it's nice to get an idea for what you're up against. I also like to interview people to get their insight. Don't be afraid to ask, even if it's just a couple of questions through email. I find that people like to talk about themselves, especially if it might help others. You'll find my email attached, so I'll be ready for any questions. And now arises another question. Where would you be employed? This is important to consider if you can't find work where you currently live. Not everyone is equipped to move across the country, and not everyone can work in a large city, neither in a suburb. See where your job options are, and if that is somewhere you're okay moving to. Would that be somewhere you'd want to live? This may seem a yes or a no question, but you have to look a little deeper. Consider the cost of living against your salary. Think of your future life, maybe marriage, family, and consider if this is a place that will fit that picture. And now another important question. What's the average starting salary for the entry-level position? Although salary shouldn't be your main consideration, yet it should be a factor. This can help you choose a career path and to pick the best option after high school that will work for you. And finally, will that salary be enough to support the lifestyle you want to live? Well, just like picturing the life you want, you have to consider the cost it takes to live that life. If you like to go shopping every day, or want to live in a new apartment, but are thinking of choosing a career that can't float that lifestyle, then you may be setting yourself up for debt. One of two things must happen. You can either choose a career path to sustain your lifestyle or simply change your lifestyle to fit your career path.